What's up, viewers? It's Patrick at Spartansuppz.com with a supplement review on the all-new Blackstone Labs Formula 19. I call it Peri-Workout Supplement. Designed specifically really for post-workout, but it does have a few other applications which we're going to go over in the usage section of this review. So we're going to cover, we're definitely go over the ingredients. I'm going to tell you what's in it. I'm going to tell you what all the ingredients do. We're going to go over the dosing of each of the ingredients. We'll go over effects to a degree. We'll go over flavors, value for money, and I'll tell you what I think about this product as well. So let's not mess about. Jump into the complete ingredient breakdown. I've got my sheet right here. Got my notes on there. And on screen now, you are going to see the same thing. See nutritional info panel for this here Blackstone Labs Formula 19. 2 scoops to a serve, 15 serves per container. It's going to give you 200 calories. The bulk of those calories are coming from 50 grams, or all of them are coming from like 50 grams of carbohydrates. The carbohydrate blend is made up of what's called an R3 carbohydrate blend. And got that because it's a blend of Apollo, money, and trisaccharide. So 3 different types of carbohydrates. The real main difference of these is that, and the difference of where this is different from, say, using like a Carbolone or a dextrose or a maltodextrin, is that it's a blended form of carbohydrate. So you're getting fast, medium, and slower acting carb sources. And what that's going to do is elevate insulin levels, elevate glucose levels, and which elevates insulin levels to counteract the effect of that. And it's also going to keep them there for a longer period of time. It's going to be more sustained. So you're going to get an elevation in glucose levels, so it can help fuel your training or fuel your recovery, but it's not going to leave you with a crash either. One of the downsides of having an insulin spike is generally there's an insulin crash. So wherever there's a big up, you're going to get some degree of a down as well. So this is giving you that sustained effect. Next up in the blend, we've got a glutamine blend. So you've got L-glutamine and magnesium glycylglutamine. Now, glutamine is the most abundant amino acid in the body. It's used quite a bit, plays a big role in immune system health and support. It's a conditionally essential amino acid. So if your levels of glutamine are deficient, you're not going to feel so well. Things aren't going to function as well as they should. So if you're training really hard, you're pushing the limit, especially if you're in a caloric deficit and your overall protein intake is not that great, then your glutamine levels are not great. Glutamine is especially good for recovery because it helps to elevate, it plays a role in protein synthesis, like turning on the rebuilding of amino acid process, and helps to interact with leucine to rebuild tissue. It's also great for the immune system health, which does tend to get beaten up when you train. If you're training hard, you're hitting the gym 5, 6, maybe even 7 days or 7 sessions or more a week, if you're doing cardio and so on as well, you're beating up your immune system pretty hard. So getting in something that actually supports that is definitely a big bonus, and something that's ideal around workout times just after you've depleted it. This blend is giving you regular L-glutamine, but it's also giving you the magnesium glycylglutamine, which is basically, the best way of explaining it is it's regular glutamine, but 100% stable. It's the most stable form of glutamine around. It's much more expensive than regular glutamine, but it's going to have a better effect, so your body will utilize and absorb it much better than regular, just plain glutamine or L-glutamine. Next up, we got L-leucine, 5 grams per serve. Now, leucine is the most important, you could say, of the branched chain amino acids. It is the aspecific trigger for protein synthesis, which is triggering the rebuild of muscular tissue post-workout, especially around training times. Now, the researched amount of leucine is 3 to 5 grams. This is giving you 5 grams, which is definitely right at the top end, the maximum clinical dose for triggering protein synthesis and telling your body just to stop breaking down, to start building back up muscle tissue, building amino acids, to go from catabolism, breaking down, to anabolism, building up again. So full adequate dose, couldn't ask for anything more in terms of that. And we've also got in here 200 milligrams of alpha lipoic acid, or ALA. ALA is an antioxidant. It's got 2 functions which are really important here in terms of exercise performance and recovery. First is it helps to inhibit the breakdown and damage done to cells during training. So it's going to help to minimize the damage and the cellular fatigue and so on that you're inducing while you're training. That's one step to recovering better, is limiting the amount of damage. The other thing that it does is helps to improve insulin sensitivity, the way that your body utilizes insulin to utilize carbohydrates. So if you can better manage carbohydrates, you're going to have, and better manage insulin, you're going to have better nutrient shuttling, and that's going to help to think of like, it drives, insulin drive goes up, you shove nutrients into the muscle cell. That's pretty much how it works. It's a pretty simple process, and that's the real nutrient driver. It helps to get those aminos, helps to get your ALA and your glutamine and your leucine into the actual muscle cell where it's required. So if you're training chest, blood's flowing to the chest, increase insulin, load the blood with the nutrients it needs, like leucine and glutamine, and it gets to where it needs to go. ALA, a typical dose is 1 to 300 milligrams. This gets you right in the middle of this. Even in one scoop, you're still getting 100, which is pretty good and very effective. The last ingredient here is some sodium and magnesium. More on the sodium, you're getting 700 megs of sodium, 40 megs of magnesium. There's your electrolytes. While you train, whether you even feel like you're sweating, like you don't feel like, oh, I'm not particularly sweaty or anything like that, your body is still sweating. Even when you breathe, you're breathing at a high rate, and you do lose a lot of hydration through breathing. So getting in that extra bit post-workout and so on, not only will it help rehydration and so on, but it's also going to help to soak up those nutrients as well. So all in all, Formula 19 is a complete post-workout supplement. This is designed to be taken immediately post-workout. It's meant to encompass everything you need post-workout. And it's not just like a whey protein isolate. You're isolating the specific parts of protein and of amino acids and of carbohydrate and so on that you need to dramatically take advantage of that anabolic window that exists around training times when your body is starving for nutrients, and this is exactly what it needs. This is something that we can all benefit from, and if you want to get the most out of your recovery and so on, you should be taking advantage of that. So that's what's in it. In terms of flavors, it comes in 3 flavors. It comes in fruit punch, it comes in the orange, which I've got here, and it also comes in what I'd probably say is I haven't tried fruit punch to be honest yet. I've got the orange here. We're going to do a little mix up some and show how it mixes and what it tastes like. But the black currant for me is a real standout. I think Aussies really like themselves some blackcurrant flavoring. It's a very unique sort of Aussie flavor, and I think the guys at Blackstone did a fantastic job getting the flavor right on this. So a serve is 2 scoops. We're going to do 1 scoop for this tasting because the serve is pretty big. You're getting 50 grams of carbs, so you know you're going to get yourself a fairly hefty soup. That is a scoop. 2 scoops makes a serve, which would give you 50 grams of carbs, a little bit of flavoring and so on in there, plus 10 grams of glutamine, 5 grams of leucine and so on. So you're getting a very small amount of flavoring for a large amount of active ingredients. So 1 scoop, got that in my Spartansuppz/Blackstone Labs co-branded shaker here. No blender bowl or anything like that. In about 5 ml, 20 ounces of water. A few shakes up there. The powder is ultra fine, which you notice, and see how this mixes. Myself a double wall glass. You see it has mixed pretty well. There is a little bit of foam on there. No real sinkers in there. There's a couple of tiny little particles and so on, but nothing too serious. It's mixed up pretty well. I have tried the flavor, we're going to try it again. It's good flavor. Typically I'm not really like as you know from watching reviews, I'm not big on citrus flavors in general, but the orange, I'd say it's more of like a creamy sort of, not so much a tangy orange, which I personally prefer over the real sour orange stuff, but the orange is pretty good. I haven't had the fruit punch just yet, that's next on my list, but the black currant for me was a real standout. But all in all, the flavors are really good. Being that it's a carbohydrate based product, it does have sort of like a sweet base already, so it is easier to get the flavor systems right, but they've done a standout job on this. I think it's definitely one of the best tasting products in the entire range. That's what's in it. In terms of value for money, if you're using the double scoop serve, which I'd say 2 scoops for big guys, if you were under say 80 odd kilos or 175 pound, I'd do 1 scoop, and if you're a female using this for performance benefits, I'd also use the 1 scoop. That's still going to give you adequate amounts of what you need for your body size, which is just going to be just fine. That would give you 30 serves, and that's probably how most people are going to use it, to be realistic. Value for money wise, $79. It's got 31 scoop serves or 15 2-scoop serves, depending on how you use it. At 30, you're going 266 a serve, and 15, you're going 522. 522, yeah, correct. 532, can't count, my bad. So if you're using the 2 scoops, it definitely is a more expensive product, but in saying that, you are getting a bunch of products in one. You're getting your carb powder, getting your protein basically source, your amino acid product post-workout, getting glutamine at a very efficacious dose, and you're getting your alpha-lipoic acid, and you're getting your electrolytes. So you're getting a few products in one. So in terms of the value for money, when you add up all of those products, you get a kilo of carb powder, you buy 30 serves of amino acids, you buy 30 serves of glutamine. I think that the value for money is actually quite good on this product, and it is very comprehensive, and it tastes fantastic. In terms of my personal opinion on this, I've been using it for a couple of weeks now, and I absolutely love it. I think that it's probably one of the most overlooked categories. I think that most people don't utilize, people looking to get bigger and get stronger, and they're not using a good quality carbohydrate source after their workouts. They're using like whey protein blends with fast acting carbs, which sort of contradicts each other. But Formula 19 is really, and I mean this is a severe compliment to the product. It's like post-workout supplementation for idiots. It's supplementation made very simple, because it encompasses everything that you need in one single product. Have this after you train, and you know you're getting everything you need to grow, recover, and repair, and refuel your body for the next session. I do very much like the product. Also, one thing, because with these fruitier sort of flavors as well, this mixes very well with this was a tip from the guys at Blackstone, James and Aaron and PJ, using this with a vanilla whey isolate. That is what I've been doing as well. I trialed it on its own for a few days with some creatine added, which I like to do post-workout. And I also tried it with the vanilla isolate. That mixed up surprisingly well, made a really nice sort of like, it feels still very light, and a fantastic post-workout shake with everything in it that you need, and well and truly at the full clinical doses, above and beyond of everything that you need. So take that post-workout, and you don't have to, your next meal, the importance definitely drops when you know you've nailed everything that you needed after training. This could also be used as a pre-workout fueling your body supplement. If you play any sort of field sports and so on, this will help to buffer the negative effects, like in terms of it'll provide you with a natural energy source of glucose, which is what your body runs on. It's going to provide you some anti-catabolism elements in your leucine and so on, fuel your body, provide some hydration and so on. So if you were doing, like say if you were playing like football, Aussie rules footy, 1 scoop pre, 1 scoop post, would be perfect, and that would be highly recommended to do that. I think that this is going to be one hell of a category, and this is a product that people are really going to love. If you want to grow and you want to get bigger and stronger, skip the pre-workout. Post-workout is much higher on your list. That's it. Blackstone Labs Formula 19 supplement review done. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please make sure to hit the like button, drop a comment down below with your thoughts on the video, on the product, if you've tried it. If you've got any questions about the product, drop them below, and we'll happily get them answered. Thank you again for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates, future videos and supplement reviews, and I'll catch you in the next video. From myself, Patrick, at Spartansuppz.com, I am